Dude, guess what? Like, the healthier you are, the more you can get away with bad shit. You know what I mean? Like, the healthier you are, the less likely smoking cigarettes are gonna kill you. The healthier you are, the less likely COVID's gonna come and kill you. You know what I mean? Like, the better your immune system, the more you can get away with bad shit.
Every once in a while, right?
And I'm not saying you should be doing bad shit all the time, but like, dude, we're humans. Like, none of you here can honestly tell me like, oh yeah, I'm like perfect 100% of the fucking time. No, dude, like, enjoy your fucking life, you know? Go eat out, drink that alcohol, and, you know, do something else if it's legal in your country.
If it's legal.
Hey, exactly. If it's legal in your country. We don't want to break any laws.
Of course,
obviously. You know, law-abiding citizens.
Of course, clearly.
Exactly.
As you can tell. That's the shit, dog!
It's the local sugar. Third world sugar.
Oh, fucking hell. So talk to us a bit about your full-time job. I do know that you worked with the national badminton team.
I did.
Which is a big fucking deal because, as you know, Indonesia, like, we're not good at much.
Yeah.
But the few things that we are good at, we're really proud of.
Right.
Like badminton, like, dude, we're pretty good at badminton, aren't we?
We're
like,
really good at badminton.
There was
We're
that
actually
famous lady, what was it, Susi?
Susi Susanti.
Yeah, she was like a gold. There you go.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly.
How did you land that job? What was it like? What was the nature of the job?
Okay, so it wasn't actually the national badminton team, but it was the biggest badminton club in Indonesia. So I was in the States at this time, right? I was still in the States.
Studying uni.
I finished uni, actually. I was working as a bartender. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had a sports management degree, but, you know, I didn't really know what I could. Yeah, I was working in a bar. It was fun, man.
Yeah,
a lot of girls and stuff.
Of course.
You know? Met my ex-girlfriend who, you know, shout out.
You know who you are? Oh, shit. Yeah.
I still love you, Anna. Anyways, yeah, so then, like, they contacted me, right? They saw my resume. Obviously, like, sports management is not a degree that is common in Indonesia.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so they, you know, they wanted to, hey, like, why don't we arrange an interview, but, like, I'll wait for you to be back in Jakarta for this to happen. So I was actually thinking about joining the military at this point.
Fuck that shit. United States military or Indo?
United States military, because there's a way for me to get in there as, like, someone with OPT, which is like apa namanya, kayak like program kerja gitu, basically for people, international students. So I wanted to join the military, but then I was like, if I'm in the military, that's like quite a diversion from like where I want to be,
of course,
career-wise, right? So when there's an opportunity with like, yeah, I think I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know, so they're like, so do you want to work in Kudus? And I was like, okay, Kudus, like, where the fuck is that, right? Don't know, but I was like, sports related, sure. You know, so and it was like badminton. It was like the number one. I was like, I think I could learn a lot from this, even though I wasn't too familiar with badminton at the time. Of course, obviously after working there, I learned a lot. But yeah, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll apply and see what happens. And I did. And for the first in 2018, I went there. Well, I worked for them for 1 year in Jakarta, like kind of learned the business process and everything. And then in 2018, I lived in Kudus for a year, which, if you don't know where that is, it's near Semarang, like an hour and a half away from Semarang. Really, really small town. It's where the factory is for the. And yeah, so I lived there with the athletes. I lived there with the badminton athletes. So remember, this is not the national. This is not PBSI, which is the national badminton.
It's like a club, or?
It's a club.
Yeah,
so
okay, gotcha.
Basically, it's the biggest club in Indonesia. Not being biased, but it's true, right? They have a lot of money, you know, money, right? Big money, and yeah, and then and then I did that for a year, and then you know, I kind of helped with like their digital media and like just a lot of different things, a lot of event management as well. So yeah, so that was fun, like living with athletes, right? And, you know, understanding like how they go through this. Like, I was teaching them English as well, because they need to, like, if someday they make it to the international level, right, they're gonna need to understand some English, like especially when it comes to, like, at least at the very basic of it, they need to understand what the referee is saying, right? So yeah, so I did that for about a year, and then I got transferred to another division.
But still within the company.
Still within the company, yeah, exactly. Still within the company, still within Foundation. And yeah, so and then now I'm working in which is like the educational foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's really weird that, like, you know how football is probably the biggest sport in this country, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you hear a lot of news with, like, our youth teams, like U16s, U19s, like, destroying other U19s, you know? And even in 2013, there was the AFF Asian Cup, and, like, Indonesia won, bro. We beat, the U19 won. We beat, like, Vietnam, we beat Thailand, like that.
U14 also won.
U14 also won. Dude, those are no joke. Like, for that region, like, Thailand, Vietnam, those are good fucking teams, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we beat them. We won the tournament. My question is, how come it never translates to the senior level?
Right.
I've always thought it has something to do with maybe, like, for a youth level, the most important thing is skill.
Right.
But then when you're growing into, like, adulthood and, like, it's becoming, like, pro international level, physique starts to matter more, physical prowess starts to matter more, diet, nutrition, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just weird to me, like, every now and again we'll hear, like, oh, there's this youth, like, footballer that's gonna just make it big, you know, and they destroy teams in, like, U16, U17, but then it doesn't translate to the senior team.
Right.
Like, is it a politics thing? Is it a developmental thing? What's your take on it?
Right. Okay. So actually, this has nothing to do with their like skill level and everything. Like they're good. They're still good, right? But actually, like the number one, you can actually watch this on Mata Najwa. She kind of went really deep into this. The number one problem is actually the ecosystem, and like, what do I mean by that, right? What I mean by that is, in England or in any other like top-notch footballing countries, they have a competition, regular competition, in which every age group plays consistently throughout the year. Yeah, you can play for the IFF. How long is that? 3 months?
Yeah.
And then what? You gotta wait for the next international competition? You know?
That's true.
That's a long gap. You can practice all you want, but game time
is
different, right? And what I've learned from, you know, working in the badminton industry for so long, we have a competition throughout the year for every age group.
Oh,
so the ecosystem works.
Exists there. Yeah,
exists. There's an ecosystem to like help promote, and the ranking system for like national players, it's been like they have a ranking system for every age group. So like, okay, if you're like the number one in like under nines, you know, like possibly you're gonna move up later on and like move up slowly. So there's a progression, just like if you're working in a company, there's a career progression, right? There's a hierarchy that you can like, there's a ranking that you can climb and be better, and then eventually get recruited to the national team and then play. But in football or in soccer, it doesn't exist like that.
It's quite messy.
It's quite messy. Like, it all comes back to the management, right?
Yeah.
So that's one. So number one is the ecosystem, right? And number two, of course, like politics, corruption, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it also like, it's also like they're not really media like puts such a pressure, like puts such a spotlight on these kids. Kids. Do you think people care if England won the under-20 World Cup?
Yeah.
World Cup. We're not talking about AFF.
Yeah.
Do you think they care if they're like, oh my god, England won the under-16 World Cup? Do you think they care? Do you know who won the under-14 World Cup?
No idea.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The under-14 Euros, under-15?
Yeah,
no, it's only in Indonesia where you can fill up a stadium when the under-14 plays.
Yeah,
because
that is true.
We're so desperate for like that trophy. We're so desperate to like have something, you know, like in the number one sport that we're all passionate about, which is soccer. We're so desperate for a trophy. We're so desperate for recognition that like at every age group, everyone is putting pressure on these kids.
Yeah.
Remember that they're kids, right? And in England, like, or any of them, I'm just using England as an example, like, they don't do that. You know, the media, like, sure, like, once in a while you hear of, like, the prodigy, the child prodigy, sure, but it's not like, okay, we're not going to put too much time on this. You know, we have other more important players in the senior level that we're going to highlight. Nobody cares about the number one goal scorer in the under-14 World Cup. You know, they want to know about fucking who's the number one top scorer in the Premier League.
Dude, the 2013 AFF thing that I was talking to you about, one of the top scorers like for Indonesia was Irfan Dimas. You remember him?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Yeah, but there was ever since that he was only like what, 16 at the time.
Yeah.
There was so much like media pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and here's another thing about the media, right? Like, at the very core of it, players need to make money, right? And like Indonesia is known to be very, very corrupted when it comes to making money.
Yeah.
For giving players money on time, right? And I know I have a lot of friends in the professional footballing world in Indonesia. You know, don't need to mention names, but
I know though.
and you know they've told me a lot of insights on like how the management works, how the corruption works, and like again like these are all things you can find on Mata Najwa. Actually, very good episode on this matter on the corruption.
I'm gonna
side
watch it
of
after
things.
this.
Yeah,
Bro.
exactly. Very very good. Very very good. And what else? Oh yeah, and I'm gonna use an example here. Irfan Bachdim, right? 2010 AFF, right? Super good player coming from fucking Ajax, like Ajax Academy, right? Half Indonesian, half Dutch. This was around the time that we started using a lot of half Dutch players.
Yeah.
Right? And when he first came to Indonesia, he was like top notch, dude. Like he was good. You know, like obviously not like world class, but for Indonesia standards, he's really good. Right? But then what happens? Like he realizes that like he became because he was good looking, right? So he became such a media spotlight.
Turned into a celebrity.
He turned into a celebrity.
Yeah.
What happened? He started doing movies. He started doing advertisement. Hey, like no offense to fucking Irfan Bachdim.
Yeah, you do you, but
fan.
like yeah.
I'm a big fan, but I'm just telling you that like his skills kind of deteriorated when he like succumbed to this media pressure of like, well, he wants to make money and he's not used to this. Like in his own country, he's nothing. He's just a guy from an Ajax Academy, which is like 10,000 other kids are from this academy. It's not a big deal. But in Indonesia, it's like, oh my god, ganteng banget ni orang. Like iklan. And then what happens? Then you start
they lose sight of the goal, bro.
Exactly. You start to neglect the footballing aspect of it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't blame him. This is not his fault.
No.
It's not his fault. Like, that's just how it is. The media puts the pressure on him. It's not his fault for wanting to do this. Like, I'd probably do the same thing in his position.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's the media, like, they need to understand better. Like, dude, like, let these players develop. You know what I mean? Like, stop trying to monetize every fucking person that comes in and, like, is good at something and then you want to monetize them. It gets in their head.
Of course.
It gets in their head. It's like your ego starts getting the better of you. And then you become a nobody after a while because your skills deteriorate because you're doing other shit. Like
you're kind of just riding the hype, and then once the hype is gone, it's like
exactly. Like, did you see Ronaldo doing a Shopee commercial when he was 18? No, he's not doing that. He's focused on fucking Manchester United winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. Like, he's focused on that.
Yes.
You know, his goal is clear. Like, dude, you got to be a footballer first, and then in addition to that, then you can take in the endorsements. Then you can take in all this. You know, and that's Irfan Bachdim, who was already like above the age, right? So he has every right to do that. Again, I don't blame him for doing what he did. But what about the younger kids nowadays? You know, 14 years
they're
old,
even more
everyone knows
susceptible to like mental weakness.
Exactly. Well, if you're 14 years old, everyone knows you. You like you walk from like, oh my god, Bagus Kafi, or like whoever the fuck. You know?
The afro, right?
The afro, exactly. It's like, dude, like then you become like, you know, so egotistical about yourself. You know what I mean? And like, it's just not, in my opinion, like, if you're a good player, don't play in Indonesia until you're of a certain age. And even if you are, like, you know, be like Eggy, you know, like,
keep your head on your shoulders,
like, play outside, like, try to, like, you know, have a good agent that can, you know, help you play outside, help you play in another league, and therefore you, like, you know, then therefore you can really develop your skills there without the media pressure. You know, like the Indonesian media is always going to be like, oh my god, this player is playing overseas. Okay, but then you're over there, the team's not going to be like, no, you're not playing on an iklan. You're not they don't even let you play on international tournaments sometimes. You know, because it's like the club is paying them. Like, no, I'm not going to let you do some minuscule international tournament. You know, like, do that later. You know? So that's this whole issue about like
that ecosystem thing that you said is really, really eye-opening for me, because do you remember a few years ago, like even not even the youth team, like we don't even have to start talking about how the youth team doesn't have like regular competition, dude.
Right.
Dude, the fucking there were 2 leagues, remember? And like one of them was illegal.
Oh my god, 24. Oh my god.
20 what was it?
2014.
Yeah.
2014. We can talk about that too.
Yeah, what happened? There was like an illegal league ended up happening because the people in the official league, like some of the players weren't getting paid on time.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So that's definitely like the fucked up ecosystem. Like.
Yeah. So like what happened there? It's called in the Indonesian term dualisme.
Yes.
And this is not allowed in FIFA regulations, right? Remember that the government.
Oh, we got banned from FIFA for a few years.
FIFA for a few years. We couldn't even join the World Cup qualification.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so this is called dualismo, and you are not allowed, under FIFA rules, any country is not allowed to have two top flight divisions.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot have two Premier Leagues.
Yes,
Like, it has to
exactly.
be a division, right? There's Division 1, Division 2, but you cannot have two of the same, like, top
Of
flight
the
divisions.
top, yeah, exactly.
Like, everyone knows this. Like, these people who are doing it, they know this. Like, this is against FIFA rules.
They're
like,
fully aware.
They are fully aware of doing this. Like,
Yeah.
yet, but they do it anyway because it's like conflict of interest, and of course the money,
Yeah.
right? The money on like who gets to have control of the football team, then the media rights, TV rights, all this shit. And anyways, it's so bad. And if you remember the 2006, I think it was 2006, like the Calciopoli scandal of like
Juventus and shit. was it?
Juventus
When they got
AC
relegated.
Milan
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
referee like
Uh-huh.
bribing and all this shit, right? Like that was a pretty big scandal in the footballing world, right? And you know, like they kind of FIFA kind of solved it. FIFA like laid the hammer down and made sure everything was okay.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was all handled by FIFA. But in here, it was so bad that the FBI had to come and help solve the case. Like it wasn't just FIFA couldn't handle it anymore. Like
Yeah.
it had to be an FBI.
There's too many like
maybe
under the
Interpol
table
too.
kind of shit.
Exactly. And so like I got an insight from someone who I will not mention.
Don't.
Like someone told me that's like there was like I think there was a endorsement or like a sponsorship fee from like a certain TV media
like broadcasting
company,
rights or some shit. Yeah.
rights that was given to the national, I think it was the national team or the national federation.
Yeah, let me have a go with that fucking
yeah,
miracle
try it
water,
out.
bro. And then.
And then so it was like around like 70 miliar, so
Anjing.
70 M
Yeah,
rupiah,
yeah.
right? 70 billion rupiah. And they traced the wire transfer and it disappeared. So it was like this, like they don't know where the money went.
Yeah.
So like this TV broadcast company provided 70 M for like media rights and endorsements and
To
everything.
a company that doesn't exist.
To the national federation, but they couldn't trace where the money went.
Okay.
It should be like, yeah, okay, we're gonna use it for the player development. Blah,
I know
blah,
what you mean. Like,
Right.
yeah.
But where did it go? Nothing. It was like gone. It was transferred and then it was gone. It wasn't in the books anymore. So
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
like, dude, 70 M, right? Obviously it went to someone's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't even bother trying to hide it in the books. Like if they were smart, they could just be like 70 M went to like this, and then they take a little bit. No, it's just like gone.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And so like this is the dualism I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And then another case in relation to like controversies in Indonesian soccer football. In the 2000, I believe it was also around the same time, like 2014 World Cup qualifiers. The way it works, right? There's like several several like selection, several group stages, right? There's like the first group stage, and then if you make it, then the next one, whatever. So Indonesia was already like at the bottom of it, and like there was no chance they would qualify for the next round. But then there was a Qatar and another team, I think Bahrain or something, that was like competing for the third spot, which would help them qualify to the next round. But the goal, they could only win if they win. If they win, like the other team win, and then I think it was Indonesia against Qatar, and if Indonesia lost to Qatar by 10 goals, that was the only way the other team could qualify. By 10 goals, the goal difference
Because of like goal difference or something.
by 10 goals.
Jeez.
And guess what? They lost by exactly 10 goals. Like, what are the
Yeah,
like,
no, yeah, of course.
is that a coincidence?
No, it is
Let
not.
you guys decide.
That's some fishy shit.
You know what I
right
mean?
there.
Like,
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
a
yeah.
coincidence? You lose by exactly 10 goals?
Yeah.
Who loses by 10 goals? I don't care if you're the worst team in the world. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
There's a lot of mafia involved in
Yeah, of
Indonesian soccer, man. And like,
What Indonesian sport has, do you think, a good ecosystem? Clearly badminton does, and that translates because we win. We're pretty good at badminton, as we've mentioned, like in history, we've won some gold medals in it. What other sports do you think in Indonesia do you think that has a good ecosystem? How about like boxing? Chris John?
yeah.
He was WBA title holder for like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
He's until now, dude. His record is like the second longest.
Right.
The first longest is behind like some motherfucker. I can't remember. It's like longer than like 10 years.
Right.
But dude, Chris John held it for 9 years, and this is not like Asian boxing or whatever. Dude, this was WBA. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, other than boxing, badminton, do you know any other sports that Indonesia is good at because we have a good ecosystem at? Or
Well, you got to remember that boxing is a individual sport.
Right.
right? So they don't really require like that much of an ecosystem. You just have to have a good like manager, which Christian did have.
Yes,
by the way.
he did.
You know, you just have to have a good promoter that can promote the good fights and all this, and eventually move you up. And it doesn't have like, it's a very international sport, so you know you don't have to fight all that. Once you get good enough, you're not fighting all the Indonesians anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So
there's no like qualifier
really,
by region or whatever.
Exactly. So you don't require this ecosystem, so to speak, because it's an individual sport, so it's easier for you to like really shine. You know? Individual sports.
Is there just too much to handle with team sports, especially with team sports with like 11 players on the pitch at the same time?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah. Especially like sports where the spectators are you know, an important integral part of the whole experience, right? And like soccer is the number one like most admired sports in Indonesia.
That's what I'm saying.
It has the most fans, and what does that mean? That means a lot of people are willing to spend money on this.
Yeah.
And so when there's money to be made, you know, someone is out there, you know, like counting this money. How can they benefit from this money? You know? So
the conversation tends to steer that way. You know?
Exactly.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
You post a lot of food on your gram.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, healthy lifestyle is 50% working out, 50% what you eat, what you ingest, what you consume, right?
Exactly.
Because the food here, dude, is everything is high cholesterol.
Something fried.
Dude, oh my god. I didn't feel like I was indulging myself that much, but just because of the choice of food that you're faced with here. Like, I saw a friend of mine posting like, who says it's hard to be vegan in Indo? Like, if you go to a Padang restaurant, like, a lot of it is vegan. That's true. But a lot of that vegan shit also has high cholesterol. Like nangka, you know nangka?
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's vegan. But some of the gulay nangka, like, that's still bad for you,
the
too.
santan,
you know?
dude.
The santan.
Don't forget to count the fucking sauce, man. People think like, oh, it's just sauce. Just because it doesn't look like it's a lot of food doesn't mean it doesn't have a lot of calories. Like, people always assume that, oh, gue cuma makan dikit kok, it's like satu donut gitu. That is tiny, but that it's so dense in calories. It's like it has a lot of fucking like sugar and like refined like. Dude, like pagi padang, dude, like santan and all that.
And I remember when I fucked up, dude, I told you like, I had a meeting, so I didn't know what to get, so I got gado-gado.
Yeah.
And I thought like, I thought I was
dude.
being healthy, bro. I got gado-gado, right? I'm like, dude, this is healthy. It's raw vegetables, right? You know, like my trainer would be proud of me. And then instead of being proud of me, he's like, dude, what the fuck? And he explains to me that the calories in the peanut sauce is worse. It's, dude, 500 fucking calories. Dude.
Yeah, just the peanut sauce.
In the sauce, bro. Get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. The gado-gado itself is like, that's healthy, you know? It's just like a salad, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But the peanut sauce. So, like, here's the worst, like, number one tip is try to avoid batagor. In the average portion of batagor, there's about 1,400 calories.
Holy shit.
An
First of all, it's
portion.
fried. Because that's where, right?
Fried. And then the peanut sauce is just like, nggak pakai hati, man. It's like, berapa bang?
That's the shit, dog.
Kurang ya? Oh yeah.
Oh my
like
fucking
drench yourself in that. And then after that, the batagor is already finished, and there's like still the sauce, man. You fucking like chug that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not like nasi goreng, you know. It's like, don't even get me started on like martabak, dude. Like,
dude, actually, I'm about to get you started on martabak because we were talking about how you post a lot of food in the gram, and you're helping counting calories. You know, obviously, what you eat is a big part of like, you know, getting fit. It's not just about working out. So I took some posts from your Instagram. You posted it yourself, right? And I want to see like just how accurate you can be with your calorie counting. Okay. Especially this is not just something you've never seen before. You posted this. Okay. So you should be pretty good at it, right?
I should be.
This is the first one that we're gonna go with.
Damn, you did your research, bro.
I did, of course I did, bro.
I was not expecting this.
This is the one, man. Number one. Alright. How just one night of an uncontrolled night out can make you fat. 2 beers. That's how many calories?
2 beers of a regular bintang can? I think it's about 240.
That's for 2 beers.
2 beers.
Alright. 2 glasses of wine?
2 glasses of wine, probably, or around, let's see here. I think it would be about 200. I think shit, man. This is putting me to the test.
So 200.
Depends on the size of the glass.
240 plus 200, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 50
Around.
grams of peanuts.
Or maybe oh, this is the highest. This is the highest one, dude.
All right.
50 grams of peanuts. Let's see. I think it's about 220.
220. All right.
I think.
So we're in a total of 660.
Yeah.
2 slices of pizza.
600.
That's fast.
Wait. 2 slices, yeah?
Yeah.
2 slices. Sorry. Yeah, 600. Yeah,
600.
300 each. Yeah,
Alright.
about 300 each.
2 double gin and tonics.
Ooh, double gin and tonics.
Hey man, you made this, bro. Don't tell me I gave you a hard test. You made this, dog.
I know. 180. Shit, dude. I think there's about 200, 300-ish.
300.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 1,560,
Yeah,
right?
I think it should be. Yeah, I think it's about between that whole thing should be 1,400 to 1,700. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
not
see?
bad.
Pretty close.
288.
Pretty
200.
close. I got the
Yeah,
pizza right.
you
I
got the pizza right.
You see?
Okay, you're on it. You're on it.
Bro,
You're
I got
on it.
laser eye vision. Bro,
You're
when
on
it
it,
comes
you're
to
on it.
calories, bro.
All right, let's
I'm
go.
a walking calorie calculator.
Next one, bro. Kerupuk bulat.
Satu ya.
Yoi.
Satu ya.
Yoi.
Satu itu it's about 300.
No, it's not.
Satu kan?
Wait, I'm actually surprised though. One of this shit's 300 calories.
Yeah, it's about as much as a portion of rice.
Holy
Maybe a bit less.
fuck! And this one?
One brown rice. Sebentar. Yeah. 100 grams of rice is about 130 calories.
Okay.
And satu kerupuk bulat, if you just eat one, okay, I guess it should be about 150. Because I'm looking at the picture, there's 2.
Okay.
So that's like 300 if you eat 2. One brown rice cake, I think it's about 60.
So 150.
Yeah.
And 60.
Benar nggak? Come on, yeah. Okay, close.
Oh! All right. Okay. Carvey the calorie calculator. All right, and now back to my personal favorite, dude. This is like my go-to like munch. You know what I'm saying? Like going back from like Splash back in the day, like
of course.
you kan pasti lewat Fatmawati kan?
Iya.
Lo tau gak sih martabak super Bandung, dude?
Oh ya tahu lah, di Fatmawati itu sepagi sore, man. It's like the
Yeah.
row of like.
And it's the same shit how you said like
caloric food.
ngasih batagor ngasih saus kacangnya nggak pakai hati.
Oh my
This
God.
shit, bro,
The butter, bro.
Bro,
The butter.
swimming.
Itu udah bukan nggak pakai hati lagi, bro. Itu nggak pakai otak kan.
Swimming in butter, bro.
Like half of the fucking margarine
I
cup is just like.
swear.
Zip.
Oh my god, you're making me hungry, brother. How much is that? One whole martabak.
Yeah, I think for this post, I think I wrote about 2,500 to 2,700.
But is it really?
But in reality, it could go up to about 4,000 depending on the martabak. Yeah?
Holy
If
shit.
if you do like fucking awful maltin.
What is
type
one
martabak.
serving though of martabak?
One serving, like one piece. For this one, like I've revised my my knowledge on this since this is about, I think it's about 250, but I think in reality, depending on the martabak again, it's closer to like 300, 400 per piece.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, spot on.
500, 2,000, right?
Spot
That's
on.
the one I wrote here, yeah. But in reality, it could go up to 4,000. That's why I said plus minus, because it depends.
Alright, next one. This is the last activity we got for you.
Oh shit.
So
I'm
you
excited.
preach Coke Zero all the time.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're always going on about how it's not just zero sugar, but also zero calorie.
0 calories.
Every
Do your research
time-
on that.
Every time we finish our workout, we always go to the shop together.
Yeah, that Code Zero,
Dude,
bro.
this motherfucker walks out of the shop with 3 cans
Hell
of
yeah.
Coke Zero.
And that's all gone like in 3
That's
hours.
fucked up. If that's not an addiction, I don't know what the fuck is, right? So,
That's the only Coke addiction I have, by the way. Just to be clear.
how many cans of Coke Zero do you think you've had like in the last like few days? Like
Few days.
Yeah, like
Few
in a
days
day.
is like what?
Do you
3
drink
days?
it every day?
Every day.
Holy shit! How many cans of it?
I think about maximum 3.
Okay.
Yeah, maximum 3.
But minimum 1. You need your Coke Zero fit.
Yeah.
That's
Minimum
insane.
1. Minimum 1. On average, maybe 2.
Yeah. So would you say you're quite comfortable and familiar with the taste of Coke Zero?
I would like to think so.
Yeah,
I would like
you're
to.
chugging that shit every day.
Yeah,
You
chugging
should
that
be.
shit every day. I should understand. I should know.
Would you be able to differentiate between, like, since you're Carvey the calorie calculator?
Carvey the calorie. That's a good alliteration.
Yeah, right? Can you? I mean, obviously you can't. This is a stupid question. But maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe you could taste the calories.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know. So you're gonna face that way for a bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna pour you a glass of Coke Zero.
All right.
And a glass of, you know, just regular old diabetes Coke.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And you're gonna tell me which one is which.
Okay. Are you gonna like? Is it just 2?
It's just 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there's a third one. There's a fake Coca-Cola.
Oh shit!
It's like,
This is some fucking knockoff brand.
Moonshine.
Indo,
No, it is an Indo knockoff
style.
brand. It is an Indo knockoff brand.
Oh, that's fun, dude.
Yeah. All right, look that way for a
Let's
bit.
do
Look
it,
that way
let's
for
do
a
it,
bit.
let's do it.
Dude, the knockoff one. I haven't even tried the knockoff
shit,
one.
dude.
It might not even taste like. Everything you've been preaching, Doug, depends on this
The
shit.
Coca-Cola sponsorship depends on.
Alright, here's the first one.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna listen to the fizz.
Does that help?
I'm gonna start analyzing.
You're gonna start smelling it like those wine tasters, like. Alright.
Coca-Cola connoisseur.
Oh, dude, it even looks different, eh? Doesn't it then?
Don't tell him that, man.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
Show me you can.
What the fuck is this?
Damn, yeah.
I've never seen this before, dude. What the fuck is this, dude?
Is it safe, bro?
Yeah, it's safe. Alright, go for it.
Alright.
Whew. Analyze it.
Let
first.
me. Let's like. I'm gonna start with analyzing
Yeah.
just from the.
But don't get it mixed up because I wrote like this one is left, middle, right. So don't like switch around the glasses.
Okay. So let's see here. Yeah. Judging by the colors, you know,
Shut the fuck up.
they're all about the same, but I can see here that the carbonation on this one is still going a lot more. So I would say that that's the regular Coke. Although I've never actually like poured the Coke Zero onto a glass, so I wouldn't know what the carbonation level is like.
Just go straight raw from the can. That's the way you do.
Exactly. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna go.
And you
straight
can
for
wash
it, yeah.
your like mouth with the water so that it doesn't.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so I'll start with this one.
The one on the right.
Yeah. That's definitely not Coke Zero.
You're sure?
I'm like 99.9% sure.
Okay. You know he's not even gonna wash his mouth with the water. This guy. He is so certain. This is the kind of confidence he's got, bro.
Okay, so I think it's between these two. Let me I gotta taste this one to find out. This kind of tastes like a regular Coke. Wait. But that's the whole point, you guys. I need to remind you that the whole reason why Coke Zero is good is supposed to be a perfect substitute to real Coke.
Yes.
So that like, you know, you can't really taste the difference, but we'll see. Real Coke fans know.
Actually, you're right. The entire point of this is to fool you.
Oh shit, this is hard. This is gonna be between.
Ooh.
It's gonna be between these two here, man. Let me. Okay, I gotta redo this test.
This motherfucker.
Let me
Dude.
wash my.
He can
no,
see
no.
the calories, dude. He can smell it.
My body reacts.
That's
We're like a pump, dude. Like, oh shit. Okay, let's see. All right, come on, man.
So stupid.
Yo, he's dying, bro.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I'm supposed to swallow the Coke stick on the tip of my tongue. It's making me laugh, bro. Oh shit! Now I gotta try it again, bro. You fucked it up.
There's
Wait,
no way
wait,
you can figure this
wait,
out.
wait.
There's no way.
Alright,
It's-
so this is gonna take several.
There's teams, R&D teams of the biggest motherfucking drink company in the world trying to fool you, right? Like,
it goes to show how like how like effective it is, right?
it is clearly. There's no way you're gonna get this, dude. I don't give a
There's
shit
almost
if
no
you
difference.
wipe your ass with Coke Zero, dude. You're not gonna get this, dude.
Oh shit, man, this is so hard. I'm gonna try this again. Just to make sure that this is the shitty brand. Yeah, this is definitely the shitty brand. I taste the local sugar. The third world sugar. The third worldness is coming out.
Oh,
Bro.
fucking hell. Oh. Dude, the more I see, the more I think you're gonna get this, actually.
Man, he's just doing it again and again
Dude, he
because he
is.
doesn't want to be wrong.
He doesn't wanna.
He's like that dedicated.
Oh my god.
Wait, well, it consumes like 300 calories there. No, just kidding. It's not.
Don't mix up the glasses.
Fuck, man, this is hard.
But
This
you're
is
sure
hard.
the one on the
Hard.
right is the fake one?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Sure.
If I'm wrong, then damn, I'll give up my entire career, dude.
So now you're just trying to figure out between these
Between
two.
these two, man, Coca-Cola, you're so good at this shit, dude. Let me smell it.
Don't get it mixed up.
Wine connoisseur shit.
Do not get it mixed up.
Okay, this is Coke Zero.
This is regular Coke.
This is regular Coke.
And on the right?
This is off-brand.
Okay, left is Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Middle is normal, and the right is fake. Dude, he's got it.
I did?
3 out of 3.
There you go.
What the fuck? Carvey.
Fit, baby. You already know. I know my
Carvey, the
Coke
calorie
Zero, man.
counter,
I know
the
my Coke
calculator.
Zero. I
Oh
can
my
differentiate all
God.
different kinds of Coke. That's right.
Oh my God.
God.
Holy shit, dude.
Easy.
That's all she wrote, brother. That was amazing.
All right, man.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having me
coming.
on,
Dude,
bro.
thank you
That
for
shit was
coming.
fun, dude.
Let's do it again sometime,
Hell
man.
yeah, dude.
I'm still, that blows my mind. Oh my
You gotta give me a
God.
harder test next time,
I will,
dude. You gotta
I
do
will.
a harder test, bro.
Dude, amazing, dude. Cut.
Easy
Great.
money.
Yo, thank you so much, dude. I love
Dude, that
you,
shit was
brother.
fun, man.
I respect you, brother.
Not
Dude.
bad, yeah. It took some time.
Is it
took
that
some
bad?
time.
Kelihatan banget ya sih?
Nggak, gulanya kelihatan, man. Coba aja. Coba aja.
Aftertaste-nya gitu ya?
Ada gulanya, man. This, I was already like, because of the carbonation, I was already like, okay, this is the carbonation.
Uh-huh.
Ini pasti. I was slightly inclined towards this being Coke Zero because the taste is so similar.
Yeah.
But it definitely had more like sugar kick to it. And this was, wow, I should have if I could explain that. But yeah.
Dude.
But this one,
He got it. Dude, try this shit. It tastes the same, dude. What the fuck?
Is this
Here,
still
try
rolling?
this shit right here. Yeah, that's what rolling.
oh shit, nice, perfect.
Dude, what? That's the shit,
That's the
dog.
shit. It's the local sugar. The third world sugar.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, how do you trust me, Dennis?
Not bad, eh?
The cameras are off. I'm not saying this for anyone. They taste the same.